What's going on, guys? Welcome to another one. Hope all is well. This is your daily Cleveland Browns Shedeur news update. Oh yes. This is. I have to do this because there's a void that needs to be filled here. Oh yes, this a void need to be filled here because some of you podcasters didn't do your research. So yes, everything just changed. This is your daily Cleveland Browns news Shedeur update. How y'all like that? How you like that? How you like the sound of that? Oh yes. If I have to come here every single day, 3 times a day, that's what I'm gonna do. I swear to you, I'm gonna command. I'm gonna command you guys space. If I have to put 3 or 4 videos out a day, that's what I'm gonna do because I'm here to educate you on what you don't know. Because the fans are getting misinformation. Now, I want to say this. I'm not going to name any names to this one podcast. I know you're all Cleveland Browns. You're a Cleveland Browns podcast. You have gotten the most views within 48 hours than you have ever received in your life. You know why? Because of Shedeur Sanders. We have now entered the space. Sir, the fans, his fans is almost like cult-like. We don't play. We have now entered the space. We have now entered the space, and we're not leaving until he leaves. We're not leaving. We're going to sit here and make comments every single day until this kid decides he want to leave and do something else. Sir, you have received a record amount of views, and it's not because of anything. It's because of Shedeur. I'm telling you, it's a cult-like following, but it's with a purpose, though. We don't play about this kid. We don't. And you said that he needs to be a role model. Sir, he's been a role model. So let me educate you guys. We have to educate you. He said he knows he has to be a. What you mean he knows? He's already been that. Did you know that somebody had a friend of his had passed away, right? And he is looking after them kids almost as if they're his own. He always invite them to the games. He's always looking after them. They were at draft day. You saw them there. You just don't know who they are because you didn't do no research on them. Okay, but we're not gonna go there. Did you know there was a kid that was getting bullied in Boulder? He took it upon himself to actually go there to make sure the kid was all right. Sorry, I'm out here in these streets, but I just had to pull over for a minute because I was listening to the podcast. I said, yeah, there's a need here. So my segment is called Daily Cleveland Browns News Podcast, Shedeur Sanders. That's it. The reason why I'm putting Shedeur Sanders in there because I want y'all to hear me. Because y'all spreading misinformation. Y'all not getting the information, and you guys are not trying to see. A lot of people, guys, YouTubers are not journalists. I happen to have gone to school for it. I just never used it. They're not journalists. Okay, they don't know how to do research to give you the proper information. Everything that I say to you, you can Google on the fly and fact check me. And if I don't know something, I'm not going to speak on it. Okay, this kid has done nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong. Okay? So don't sit here and say he knows he needs to be a role model. He knows he's been living his life that way. And to also say, sir, you said, well, we got a third round talent in the fifth round. Sir, you got a first round talent in the fifth round. Let me correct you. You're not going to spread misinformation because I'm telling you, everybody know me. Everybody know if I want to, I am consistent as fuck. If I have to go live 5 times a day, I'll do it just to cancel y'all out so I can command that space if I need to. You guys are spreading misinformation. He's a first round talent y'all got in the fifth round because I believe of alleged collusion. That's why. This ain't the first time there was collusion. Kaepernick settled out of court. Why did he settle out of court? Why did they give him that money if something didn't happen, something didn't go down? But this is not a Kaepernick situation, though. The only reason why I brought Kaepernick up is because collusion, something happened in the past, and it was settled out of court. This ain't got nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. This got something to do with Shedeur said something. He said it feels like I'm paraphrasing. This is not his direct words. You see how I say I'm paraphrasing? I'm not putting words in his mouth. I said I'm paraphrasing. That's what you guys should do. If it's not a direct quote, say you're paraphrasing. He said something to the effect of, I'm paraphrasing, that it's almost like he's locked up for something he didn't do. He's absolutely correct. Because I'm trying to find out, what did he do? What did he do? Because they're not showing, they're not showing, hold on, time out. Hold up, time out. Carl, you know you got to go, right? Let me explain the rules to this here channel here. You got to go. What you mean career backup? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. We don't need you here. All right. Actually, I'm gonna put on that. I'm gonna put on that troll monitor in a second, because I don't have time to keep blocking people. So I'll just go ahead and put that on and get these people out of here so they won't comment. We promote positivity over here. We don't. You guys are in the negative. You guys are in the negative. You know how much power you have as a human being to change your mind to the positive. You know that. We're not thinking the negative over here. This kid is a starter, and what's going to happen is his jerseys are selling out through the roof. Eventually, the fans are going to be calling for him to go in that stadium. You let you guys start the season 1-3 and see what happens. Remember, I said that he's a starter. You got a starter in the 5th round. That's what happened. Now, let me correct somebody else because they spread misinformation. He did not leak that video out when he went to the high school. He didn't do that. That was the Cleveland Browns media that did it. He didn't do that. Because you're saying that, oh, he leaked the video. I look at him wanting to get brownie points and all that. No, that wasn't the case. The Cleveland Brown media, their cameras follow him around. And they put that out there in the media. Because you know why? You know why? You know why they're doing that? Because now they're relevant. They're going to use him for relevance. So that's what's happening. They're now relevant. They're now the most talked about team in the NFL. Make no mistakes about it. Even before the season starts, they're going to be the most talked about in the NFL. Why? Because we're here now. We're here. We now invaded the space. We now invaded the dog pound. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You got some more members of the dog pound, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us. A lot of us. Okay? Just because of Shedeur, views are going up with these podcasts. I've been looking at y'all views. Oh, yes. I've been looking at them. Y'all ain't never seen this many views ever. Ever. That's because of who he is. That's because of who he is. We don't invaded the comments, everything, the live chats, everything. We're there. We're here. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we're not going to sit up here and let you guys dog this good man. He didn't do anything wrong. He's catching strays for a reason. Okay, he's catching strays just because of his last name. That's why. Do y'all realize how much of a polarizing figure his dad is? His dad is such a polarizing figure that he got Travis Kelce talking. Hold on 1 second, because I don't have patience. Hold on. Y'all realize that, right? When the last time Travis Kelce has commented on the Browns? Huh? Yeah, you guys won a little something with Flacco. And we're not sitting here, we're not going to dog Joe Flacco. We're not. because Joe Flacco is a 19-year veteran. Okay, we know this. He's a 19-year veteran, which Shedeur is going to learn under. He did the same thing for the quarterback in Baltimore currently. He did the same thing for him. And more than likely, he'll do the same thing for, hold on one second. Guys, I'm back. I just had to put that Bush monitor on because they not allowed in here until they get their minds right. They're not allowed in here until they get their minds right. So they not gonna sit up here and use and troll up in here. That's not happening. Okay, so we had to put the Bush monitor on, and that's what we had to do because they're not allowed in here until they get the proper education, which I'm gonna give them because they're lying. Okay, he is a first round talent starter that y'all got in the fifth round on the cheap. But look, here's the situation for him though. He's gonna make so much money in endorsements that he's gonna get that salary rate on back this year. Okay? Nike got all type of commercials for him. All type. What kind of fifth rounder signed with Nike? They got all type of commercials in the clip already. So obviously something went wrong here. Something went wrong. Nike's looking at it too. They're like, what happened here? Something went terribly wrong. So he's been a role model. Now, you guys looked at his party after the draft, after he got drafted. Oh, look at him. He's partying. He don't party like that. He don't. He's a very serious person. They call him Grown. That's his nickname. His name is Grown, if you don't know. His name is Grown. They call him Grown for a reason. He's a very, very serious person. See, you saw the picture, you're like, oh, he's a partier. No, he's not, actually. You're not going to catch him in a massage parlor. You're not going to catch him there. Okay, you guys sit up there, your organization sit up there and paid somebody guaranteed hundred and some $1 million that was in a massage parlor. He's not like that. And I'm not sitting here down in Deshaun. There ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he shouldn't even got in trouble for that. But we know about that lawyer now. We know about him, but that's another story. Okay? He got targeted. But this kid is not going to put himself in that position to get targeted. You know where you're going to see him at? When you finally see him, you're going to see him running up mountains. You're going to see him working out. That's what you're going to be seeing. You're also going to be seeing him doing his podcasting because that's what he does. Travis do the same thing. Travis Hunter do the same thing. These kids don't party like that. Trust me, I know. I've been following for the past 5 years. He don't. He works out. He take a little on his vacation. He works out because he understands there's no off season. He understands that. So that's what you're going to see. He's looking after some kids, being a big brother to some kids that lost their father. This is something you're not going to know about, but I'm telling you, he's not going to tell you. I'll tell you. That's what he's doing. They were at the draft with him. They were right there. They'd be at all the games. He makes sure they're well taken care of when they're at the games. You guys are not going to sit up here and badmouth a good person. He's one of the good people in the NFL. He's one of the good ones. And you guys are not going to do that. Okay? Because if I have to go live multiple times a day, I will flood you guys out. I will do it. Okay? This is now / a Cleveland Browns channel now. Yes, it is. It's Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns, Colorado. You guys are getting more views, like I said, in the past 48 hours than you have ever received. You guys didn't do nothing special. You need to thank him for it. That's why. Because we're here. We're watching you. That's why you're getting the views, because we're watching you. And you're getting money. You're going to get a lot of money now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Them YouTube checks going to be like 12, 1500. You're going to get a lot of money now if you keep talking about him. But I must warn you, though, talk about him in a positive light, because people will report your channel. They will. So we talk about him in a positive light and do not lie. Because if you're spreading misinformation, we're going to report that you're spreading misinformation. I promise you this. So don't do it. Do not spread misinformation. I'm telling you, for you vloggers, some people have to learn you don't spread misinformation and slander, because that's against the YouTube policies. Don't do it. Because I'm telling you, his internet aunties don't play. I'm just warning. I'm just telling you. They don't play. Okay, so you guys just enjoy that you got a really good quarterback. You really do. You have a really good quarterback, and he's very serious about his craft. He's very serious about it. He's probably going to get with the wide receivers in Cleveland. Oh, the coach is changing over there, because he's going to get with them, and they're going to work out independently. I guarantee you he will. A fifth rounder is going to gather those wide receivers together and work with them independently. That's what he's going to do. This is no, you know what you guys were known for? You guys were known for, that's where quarterbacks go to lose their career. That's what y'all were known for. I am old enough to remember the Cleveland Browns. Yes, I'm old enough. I've been watching football since the 1980s. I know all your history. Oh, yes. So, yes, I can easily be a Cleveland Brown podcaster now, because I know the whole history of y'all. The whole history. I know the whole history. I know the history of the Browns. I know what Flacco did for y'all. I know. Y'all got lucky. I know y'all got a good one. I know what he did. He's a 19-year veteran. Okay. But I do know what Flacco did for that quarterback in Baltimore. He did a lot for him that you probably don't know. He's going to do the same thing for these rookies. I promise you this. But you got a special rookie over there. You do. You have a special one. I'm not going to forget how the Cleveland Browns looked when they drafted him. I heard it was the owner. We now know it was the owner that intervened and said, "You're going to draft him. You're going to draft him now. You're going to draft him. It's over with. The wait is over. We're just going to go ahead and scoop him up." You guys didn't want to do it. You guys, all of you need to be fired. Every last one of you. You know why you need to be fired? Because after Travis Hunter and Cam Ward got drafted, he was the #1 person as far as the best available on the draft board for the entire draft. And you guys lied and talking about saying that, well, when we drafted him, we looked at who's the best available on the draft board, and so we got him. Listen, no, he was the best since Travis and Cam got drafted. He was the best of the whole draft. That's why we watched the whole draft. The draft got record number ratings, record number. I honestly believe they did it on purpose, because they got record views for the draft. Nobody watched the draft past the 20th pick or past the third round. Nobody do that. I don't know when the last time I watched the draft past the second round. Okay, I might go read on who got drafted, but I don't sit there and watch it. But people sat there and watched it. They got a lot of views. A lot of money got made. A lot of advertising got made. You think the NFL is mad with Shedeur? No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm here to tell you. No, they want him here. They want him here. They are not mad that he's in the NFL now, because business makes sense. Dollars make sense here. But I'm just letting you know the noise that I'm hearing around these Cleveland vloggers. You guys are spreading this information. So I'm here to give you the information. You got a hell of a quarterback. You got media. This guy, the media attracts to him, man. Now it's going to be even worse. You see, because he was just at Colorado. This is just college. Now he's in the NFL. The whole country knows him now. If they didn't know before, everybody's talking about him. You, like I said again, you guys had Travis Kelce speaking out saying it was wrong. What is that telling you? They got some clout, man. But we know what Cam Newton said. You got to win with hard work and not clout. Let me educate you, Cleveland Browns, for a minute. How he's lying. Watch this. So he said that Shedeur needs to work with hard. He needs to use his hard work instead of clout. Well, check this out. Cam Newton, before a college game, he was trying to distract Shedeur, and Shedeur was not being distracted. He said, "Listen, I'll talk to you after the game. I need to get ready for the game." Cam was trying to distract him. So Cam was one of the people that was distracting him. And they said, "Look, Cam, you got to get out the way. Shedeur is trying to prepare for the game." So do that sound like somebody that's not serious? Cam is the one not serious. Right before an important game, Shedeur is out there he do rituals. You guys going to see it. If he starts, you guys going to see his whole ritual he does. He does a whole ritual from when he first get out there until when it's time to play. He does a whole ritual, a workout ritual. He builds up a full sweat before the game even starts. You'll see it. So Cam was trying to break that up and talk to him. He was like, "No, I can't talk right now. I'm focused. I'm locked in." This kid is locked in. So what Cam said, I don't know what he's talking about. Because he need to go back to how he tried to distract him. Cam, go on the sidelines. What are you doing? Okay? So I'm just letting you see, you guys didn't know that because you didn't follow Colorado. I promise you didn't. Cleveland Brown, you didn't follow Colorado. You didn't know. But I'm telling you now. That's what happened. And it looked like Shedeur was dissing him, but he wasn't. He was locked in. He had to get ready for the game. It was a very important game. They trying to get bowl eligible here. So he had a very important situation going on, and Cam was trying to distract him. And he's sitting up here saying, "Lead with hard work instead of clout." Listen, if I start bringing up their dirty laundry, you guys don't know their dirty laundry. Some of you too young. I will start bringing their dirty laundry up. Shedeur has never stole no laptops. Never. Did you know Cam, he won 2 national championships, right? Y'all know that, right? The first one, he was backing up Tim Tebow at the University of Florida. Go ask him why he had to leave the University of Florida, because he was supposed to start after Tim Tebow. Go ask him. Go ask him why he got kicked out of Florida. Go ask him. Shedeur has never got kicked out of a university, ever. And Chris Carter, he's never taken drugs, okay? And go do your research on why I just said that about Chris Carter. These guys have no room to talk because, see, they think you guys forgot. No, I didn't forget what they did. So they don't have no room to talk. They're not role models, okay? Make no mistakes about it. They're no role models. But see, Cam Newton, somebody gave you a chance. Even though you had a checkered background, but you were too good to deny. That's why you got drafted in the first round. This kid should have got drafted in the first round too. He didn't steal no fucking laptops or whatever you stole. He didn't do that. So you don't have no room to talk. Like none. You have no room to talk. This kid didn't do nothing like that. Now I could see if you lost your draft status. I could see that. But you see, they gave you a second chance and the rest was history. You had to go down a level and go to junior college. You won a national championship there too. And then you went on to Auburn and the rest was history and you won a Heisman Trophy. Okay? This kid does not have a checkered past like you guys do. He do not. Okay, so he's the ridicule and everything that he's getting, you guys should have got that. You too, Chris Carter. You guys the ones should have got that. Not him. Okay? You guys should have got that. This kid never stole nothing. Okay? Never did. But you were too good to deny, Cam. You were too good to deny. They had to draft you in the first round. You were too good. You were like Superman. The guy is 6'6", built like a tight end. as a running back and had 4.3 speed on top of it. So they couldn't deny him. But don't sit up here and say that he has to use his hard work. He was trying to work hard, but you were distracting him. See, a lot of people didn't remember that. I had to just, the video is out there. You can go see it on Well Off Media. For the Cleveland Browns, I want you to subscribe to Well Off Media. Well Off Media. One of my, hey, thank you. Let me go back. Well Off Media, where you got to go. Thank you, Chantel. You said the article came out that the Browns were trying to move up and back in the third round to get him, but had no luck till round 5. Steelers bash Cleveland for starting a 5th rounder, but they can start a 6th rounder. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of animosity now. Let me tell you guys something for the Cleveland Browns. There's going to be a lot of animosity towards you guys now, so get ready for the hate, but I'm here to back you up. Don't worry. I'm in the dog pound now. So I'm about to get down and dirty in the dog pound, so don't worry about it. I'm with you. You guys are getting ready to start to get a lot of hate. You know why? Because they don't want you to have Shedeur. And I know you guys like, what? No, they don't want you to have him. See, they were just doing that to him for the draft, but they don't want you to keep him, though. They want him back in New York. But listen, you guys are going to keep him because the owner is smart. Oh, no, he's not getting rid of him. He might not start this year, right? We know that. I mean, did Patrick Mahomes start his first year? The answer is no. We knew the rest is history about Brock Purdy. What he did was like almost damn legendary. So we know that, right? We know that. However, they're gonna try to get him anyway. Hey, why don't y'all just cut him? Just cut him real quick. You know what I'm saying? So we can make it look good, so we could go pick him back up. No, 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 no. The Browns not letting him go. See, because they had no idea that he was going to have the #1 selling jersey. So what will happen is if he get cut and the New York try to pick him up, they're going to have to refund the Cleveland Browns fans all that money. There's millions of dollars that were just made. Did y'all know that? That he's going to get, that Shedeur is about to get a part of. Millions of dollars. Millions. I didn't realize that many jerseys were sold. Did you? I'm talking about millions of dollars was made since he got drafted. Since they opened it up to start, the pre-orders for the jersey, because I'm not sure. I believe they assigned him the #2 jersey. They may have. I don't know if they assigned it to him. I don't know if they assigned him that 2 jersey yet. But if they did, you guys are about to get your jerseys in the mail. But what'll happen is for the Cleveland Browns fans. Thank you, by the way, Chantel. What's gonna happen is they will have to refund you guys your money. They're not doing that. They're not doing that because guess what? Now the stadium is going to be sold out to capacity. Sold out. Millions of dollars is getting ready to be made in Cleveland. Millions is getting ready to be made. They're not letting them go. So you guys are going to start to get a little bit of hate around the NFL. It's not meant for you guys to keep him. I'm just letting you know this. The spirit is telling me that. It's not meant for you guys to keep him. It's not meant. This is temporary. Damn, this is hardcore. How are you driving and your alarm is going off? Let me hear this. Okay, so the person had to cut their car off. That's kind of sad. But it's real out here, you know what I mean? Okay, now cut the car back on. Now she could drive again. Damn. Hey man, it's real out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a Lyft driver too. Look, I'm all in people business. But it's not designed for you guys to keep them. But guess what? The owner's not letting them go. He said, hey, it ain't my fault I got him in the 5th round. Y'all should have drafted him. Y'all sitting up here. You know what I think was supposed to happen? I think he was supposed to go undrafted as a free agent. That's what I think was supposed to happen. But that owner went off code. He went and got him. I have a friend of mine I went to school with. I've known him since grammar school. He played for the New York Jets. He was in the league for 5 years. 3 of those years was with the New York Jets, and then he played with the Bears, and now he's like working, you know, in the front office, but he's just a regular work, just working. And he said, I'm not gonna say his name because if I do, everybody gonna know. They gonna know. They gonna be like, okay, I see where he's getting his information from. Because I had told you guys before it came out that players were pissed about it, and they're demanding trades. There was one big player in New York. He actually said, "I want to get traded now." So there's a whole shitstorm going on because it was under the impression that they will bring him to New York, and like Russell Wilson he will be under the tutelage of Russell Wilson for a couple years, and then they could just bring him along, right? Or he could start after Russell Wilson. It don't matter. But that didn't happen. Okay, so people are upset about it. So I think the plan was for him to go undrafted as a free agent, so they could just snatch him up then. I believe that was the plan. But the Cleveland Browns owner intervened and said, "No, he's not going. I'm gonna draft him." Now he's not leaving. He's not going to leave Cleveland. He's not going to let him because it's good business. If the kid is generating all this money, why? I'm not letting him go. I mean, he could sit the bench for all I care. If he's making all this money and generating all this attention, no, I'm not letting him go because everything is up now in Cleveland. Everything is up. Everything is up now. I guarantee you guys, once he become a starter, you guys are going to get a Monday Night Football game. I guarantee it. Or something big is coming to Cleveland. So I think, the plan. I think the plan. I'm not gonna tell you how I know. The plan was for him to go undrafted, yo. But the owner went off code. He like, nah, yo. Yeah, I think he saw what was going on. He's like, nah, I'm gonna get him. And all that fanfare that he received in Colorado, all that attention, he got the whole faithful that followed him. Cleveland Browns are now benefiting from it. He's not letting them go. He's not. He's not. Because you know what he could say? Well, I got Joe Flacco. He's starting the whole year. Shedeur could just learn for the next 2 years or whenever Flacco decides to retire. It's a win-win for the Browns. And they're still benefiting from all, even if he's sitting the bench, guys, he got such a huge following. They're gonna buy all his merch. And guess what else the faithful do? They also support other players on the team too. It's not just Shedeur. They're gonna support everybody. They're gonna support Joe Flacco. He's part of the faithful now. They're going to support everybody and buy their jerseys. It's not just Shedeur. It's going to be a trickle down effect. This is something I have never seen before. I've never seen this with a player. Never seen it. That's why I've been following him for the past 5 years. And you know who's responsible for this? This is for the Cleveland Browns, because you don't know. You know who's responsible for all this hype and all of this? His brother is. His brother is is the social media like genius. He's the one that's responsible. He's very quiet. You don't really hear from him. He played the background. He's the mastermind behind all of this. Yes, Coach Prime is very famous, but it's his son's camera that made all the magic. I'm just letting you know. Do you realize he will make Cleveland so relevant that team will be that team is just now everything is up with that team now. Everything is up. Everything is up. You have people following him that used to be Dion fans when we were kids, yo. It's a lot of us. It's a lot of us, man. We all follow him just because we used to rock with his dad. His dad was the only one that I could think of that played in a World Series game in a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one I could think of that did that. He's a very polarizing figure, man. Do you realize a lot of players in the league, this is what y'all don't know. A lot of superstars in the league was in his youth camp. You know that, right? He watched these kids grow up. That's why they like him so much. Do your research on Travis Kelce, why he going to bat for him so much. So I shared a video on last night when Eli Manning got drafted. They knew he wasn't going to play for the Chargers. He didn't want to play for. In fact, when he got drafted, he wasn't even happy. Number one draft pick. He's sitting up there like, man, they sat up here and drafted me. He didn't even care about going number one. He just didn't want. He didn't want them to draft him. They wanted to go to the Giants the whole time, and it did work out though. I'm not gonna lie to you because he won 2 championships. He was the Tom Brady killer because Tom couldn't beat him when it mattered. He couldn't beat him, so it actually worked out. But watch this: when his grandson next year get drafted, oh yes, he's gonna be right there, and he's gonna dictate where his grandson goes. Just to let you know that. That man got a lot of clout, man. He do. You talking about clout? Archie Manning got clout. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm just telling you guys this. We're not just gonna buy his jerseys. We're buying all the jerseys. We buying Flacco jerseys. We buying them all, yo. We buying them all. Your running back jersey is gonna sell out through the roof. See, we support the whole team. That's how we move. You just received millions of fans overnight. Millions. You see, you think it's just a few hundred. No, it's not. It's millions. That's back. It's an army behind him. I'm just letting you know that. That's why all the podcasters are benefiting right now. I see the views. One guy got 100,000 views in 24 hours, and it's all monetized. Okay, and 24 because I've been watching. I've been watching. And don't get me wrong. If he have a bad game and all that, y'all can let him hear it. We don't care about all that. But we want him to be treated fairly, though, which he will, though. He will. He was supposed to go undrafted. I'm telling y'all that. They wanted him to go undrafted. It didn't happen, though. Cleveland was like, aha, we got him. So what? The owner was like, we got him. And that's it. They said now they're trying to put it out there in the media. He may get cut in training camp. Not with them jerseys selling like that. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. I can see Travis as the number one seller. You know what I'm saying? A 2-sport athlete, Travis Hunter. It's him and Travis. That's it. It's him, Travis, and Cam, and Ashton Genty. And guess who else was featured on Well Off Media? Ashton Genty. I'm telling you, Bucky ain't no joke, yo. He ain't no kind of joke. If he start bringing that camera around the locker room, you guys are now the most talked about team in the NFL. I promise you this. The most talked about. The most talked about. Now, don't get me wrong, the Cleveland Browns, you guys got hardcore fans. I don't know who's worse, y'all or the Philly fans, because I've been to the Dog Pound. This is back in the 90s. It was in the 90s. And I've been there. And I'm like, yo, I was telling my uncle, I said, yo, they worse than Philly fans. He said, I know. Their fans ain't y'all hardcore, yo. But y'all just got a good one. Oh yes, y'all, everybody gonna be talking about the Dog Pound now. Cause somebody said, Max, why you keep saying the Dog Pound? They didn't realize, they didn't know who the dog. I was like, the dog. You don't know who the Dog Pound is? It's the fans. You know what I'm saying? Ocho Cinco know who the Dog Pound is because he felt himself one time, right? After a touchdown, and he felt like going to visit the Dog Pound. And the rest was history. Y'all know what happened. The Dog Pound know what they did to him. Oh yes, you know what they did to him. They threw all type of stuff on him. And let me go back in history for a minute. So there was a playoff game. Cleveland should have won that game. They got cheated. The refs, they didn't see the call. They miscalled it. And the Dog Pound was throwing all types of stuff on the field. And then they just said it's regulation, the game is over. Yeah, they worse than Philly. They almost as worse than Philly fans. Almost as worse. And they are hardcore about their Cleveland Browns. See, you guys think you guys got a prima donna. No, you don't. You have a blue collar type of player. Yes, his father was who his father was, but he's a blue collar type of player. Okay, he likes to get down and dirty with it. You gonna find out. You about to find. And here's another thing for the dog pound. They lied to you and say he's not athletic. They lied to you. Yes, he is. This guy runs all types of touchdowns. You gonna see it. I hope that this get to him when he scored his first touchdown. I'm talking not pass it. I'm talking about running in. I want him to go jump in the dog pound. That's what I want him to do. You know what I'm saying? Go visit the dog pound, Shedeur. Go jump in the dog pound real quick. They gonna love it. Yes, man, he can run. Yeah, he can. He's not like a Lamar Jackson. No. He's not a Michael Vick. No. But yes, he can run. He's not a statue. So you guys about to see that. And at some point, you might not see it. It just depends. I don't wish nothing on nobody. I hope Flacco have a really successful season and don't get injured. But he has been in the league 19 years. So he's the elder statesman. But I do wish that he do complete the season because Shedeur can benefit by learning from somebody of that stature. I mean, he is nobody to sleep on. 19 years. He played with Ray Lewis, man. That's how long he been in the league. He played with Ed Reed. He's been around. Flacco's been. I thought he retired. No, he's still playing. He's an Iron Man. So Shedeur could learn from something like that. And so that's what's happening there. It's all because of Bucky. It's like he plays the background. He's quiet, but he's the mastermind behind all of this. You remember how, they showed the party and he do that for a reason because he know how to get people engaged. He does it for a reason. Like his thing needs to be studied on how he engages people. It needs to be studied. But what he do is you're gonna follow Shedeur around. You're gonna see how he go about his personal life. You guys gonna see all of that. And you're gonna see he don't do anything. he play video games and he works out, man. That's what he does. He don't wear his jewelry all the time. He do it every now and then. He just wear a t-shirt because he's always working out. That's pretty much it. And so that's pretty much what he does. But he's serious as fuck though when it comes to this working out. He's really getting prepared for this season. You know what I'm saying? To get prepared and everything like that, just in case if his name is called. Because you never know if your name is going to get called. So you got to be ready. Because we don't know on the depth chart where he's going to fall yet. But if he fall number 2 on that depth chart, he has to be ready to go, just in case. So that's what it looks like. But he's a very serious person. He's very deceptive too, because he don't look like he can run, but he can. The NFL, they know that already. They already know. The linebacker, they know he's gonna try to run it, and they'll be right there. But he know how to slide and take care of himself. But if he get a little bit of daylight, he's gonna try to burn him. And I seen him dive for an end zone. I seen him dive for it. He dived to the pylon and made the touchdown. It was reminiscent on how Michael Vick did it when he was in Atlanta when he dived for the end zone and the dude hit him and he flipped. He did the same thing. So he's athletic enough to get into that end zone. So that's what you guys have. And he like to, do a little Dion dance when he do it. He'll do that. You guys are gonna see it. So I'm like, what do you mean he's not athletic? The fuck? And yes, he does have an arm. He does. This kid is like a savant. Like I seen him throw the ball in a trash can from 60 yards away. He did it twice. Like what the fuck? What type of accuracy is that? Like how do you do that shit? But he did it. And he be wooing the people in practice at Colorado. You guys never seen it before, but you guys about to see it. He be wooing people with his throwing ability. The kid be throwing darts, man. So yes, he be throwing darts. You guys about to see that. And he quickly will be a fan favorite. He signed all type of autographs, everything. So he will be a fan favorite. That's what y'all got. The owner knows that. I think the secret is to let him go undrafted. And then New York, like, all right, we'll go pick him up real quick. No, that's not what happened. He got drafted. So that's just what it is. So that's what you guys have. Thank you for the membership, Chantel. But that's what happened. Thank you. Let me see. Mother of the Noor Sons. Thank you for the donation, the super sticker. Mother of the Noor Sons. Wait, Mother of Three Noor Sons. Oh yeah, I like that name. Thank you for that. You probably not going to hear from me like as much because next week I'm going to the Diddy trial and I'm going to be in the courtroom doing my reporting. So, I'm working for the next 6 to 8 weeks, but I will be putting a video out every afternoon on Cleveland on this right here. I will be doing it every afternoon. I'm just waiting for them to seat the jury. They start Monday. They said they should seat the jury by Wednesday, so I should be traveling Tuesday night. If I find out that they in fact are going to seat the jury by Wednesday. If they do, I will be in the courtroom Thursday. But I believe they said the next Monday they should start, so I should be there. If so, I'll still be doing this until then. But I'm just playing it by ear right now because it's like it's going to be hectic. I got to be at the courtroom early. I don't, it's going to last all day, so it's pretty much like I'm working. And then I think court will be over like 5 Eastern Standard Time. So then like that. So unfortunately, that trial is not going to be televised, so I have to go there to let everybody know what's going on. So that's what I'm going to be doing on the other channel. But I will be over here every day, though, still. Every day I still will be over here, live from New York City. I'd be like, I'm live from New York City. I should be live from New York City giving the Giants updates, but the Giants didn't get their mind right. That's what I had planned to do because I was going to be in New York anyway. So I was going to be, look, I had a whole plan, guys. I was going to be live in front of the stadium. I was just going to do the complete most. But they didn't get their minds right. Okay, they went in another direction, but it's all good. They got a quarterback over there. They drafted. He's pretty good. I like Jackson Dart. So we'll see what happens. And they got Russell Wilson, but I thought the Jets was going to get him, but it didn't happen. But now we're with the dog pound, so that's just what it is. Fuck the Jets. It's all about the dog pound. Okay? I might have to come to Cleveland. Might have to. I might have to revisit it. We'll see. I might have to revisit. Yeah, Shedeur has visited the high school. He visit high schools all the time. And he's more interested in the kids. He tell them like, look, get serious about what you want to do so that when you get out of high school, you can get to it. That's his message. You got to get to it. Don't sit up here and play around. Okay? Don't sit up here and play around. Get serious about what it is that you want to pursue and start doing it. That's what he said to him. It meant something for him to come there. Do you realize how them kids felt? He didn't have to go there. How do you think they feel, man? He showed up, man. Did he show up all flashy? No. No, he did not. No, he did not show up all flashy. He usually just regular. You know what I'm saying? Just a t-shirt, sweats, because he going to work out. That's usually what he do. He might go get something to eat and all that, and he go to dinner and stuff, like with some of the players, but that's pretty much all he does. He don't do anything. They call him grown. That means because he's more mature for his age. That's why they call him that. That's his nickname. Even though he's not the youngest child. I mean, he's not the oldest child, but he acts like it. He acts like he's the oldest. But he's not the oldest. His sister is. Deandra is. Then Bucky is Deandra, Bucky, Shiloh, him, and Shalimar. In that order. Somebody asked him in the high school, is you Coach Prime favorite now? He said no. I think he said no. He's not on the favorite list. Usually the favorite lists go back and forth who's the favorite. And see, another thing, people thought Coach Prime was going to be all hands on, meddling in the in the NFL business. No, he had Colorado, man. He chilling. He already did his part. He did his part already. Now he just gonna let Shedeur and them. They grown now. They out the house. They doing their thing. He back in Colorado getting ready for the season. So that's pretty much what Coach Prime is doing. He's not gonna be in the Cleveland Browns business. Nah, he's not gonna be in their business like that. He got to get ready. He got a season to get ready for. He also got a #1 draft pick in the waiting next year. That's DJ McKinney. So he got things to do, man. He got players to develop. So he ain't got time to be what the Cleveland Browns is doing. So I think maybe some people thought that. Nah, I don't think that's not happening. You know how college is. It's all about winning. So that's pretty much it, man. I had to say that because I felt like the vloggers, you guys don't have the history of what's going on. You don't know the history. And I don't expect you to know the history because you haven't been following Shedeur his whole career since Jackson State. You don't know. You don't know what type of kid he is, but we're gonna tell you. We're gonna tell you. He don't do nothing. Don't go nowhere. He'll go on vacation. He'll do something bougie like that. He bougie. He go to Italy, shit like that. He ain't hanging in nobody bum ass clubs. He in Italy. You know what I'm saying? Chilling in Italy and all that. That's what he do. He too bougie to be sitting up there getting in trouble. He is. They don't be sitting up there getting in trouble like that. Now I know people say, "Oh, well, he think he's a rapper." Shit, that's everybody like that song. Perfect timing. Who don't like it? I guarantee y'all gonna be playing that in Brown Stadium when he start playing. Guarantee it. When he get that first touchdown, because people think he's not athletic. Okay, okay. See, he's saying he's not athletic, and see what he do. If that ball is on the 5-yard line, look for him to run it. I'm just telling y'all that. Look for him to run it. Look for him to run it. And he's a tough guy. He don't look like it, but he's tough as nails. Let me educate you. So it was a game against um, Colorado State. Muhammad Kamara rammed his head into the ground. I believe the kid had a concussion. Just the way he got up. He still came back in the game, yo. Still came back in the game and won the game. Still came back. Okay? This man has been hit so much. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, I think they should take him out the game. But he refused to come out the game. Refused. Sometime I think they should like, nah, y'all got to sit him, man, because his career, you know what I mean? He's tough, man. He's a tough guy. So he's an Iron Man, he's tough. He didn't want to come out the game. Another perfect example, Travis Hunter took a cheap shot, and everybody know he got hurt because it severed his liver. Um, I think he had a liver slashed his liver or something like that. So he laid out on the ground. Shedeur is the first person to get in that defender's face, yo. You'd have thought it'd been the offensive lineman, but it was him. That's what y'all got. The dog pound, y'all gonna love him. Y'all gonna love him, yo. He's it's almost like he's two type of people. So when he put that helmet on, he turned into something else. I don't know what it is. His eyes changed, he turned into something else. But when he got the helmet off, he's laid back. But when he put that helmet on, he turned into a monster. That's what y'all got. He's super competitive. He is not going to sit there. And as far as he's concerned, he's trying to start for that starting spot. That's his mentality. But if he gets second string, because Flacco is a 19-year veteran, because I think that's what they're going to go with. You got to go with the person that got the most experience, right? So that's what they're going to go with. But he's trying to get that second spot at least. So, and here's the thing. So that's what's going to happen. That's what I want to say there. Yeah, I feel like it's a need to sit up here and educate because You guys didn't have the time. You guys watching Cleveland. You didn't watch Colorado like that. You didn't watch Jackson State like that. You don't know what type of quarter. I'm telling you what type of quarterback y'all got. Now go to the play. You can research it. Shedeur saying it's Hail Mary to LeJontay Wester. When you go watch that play, you're gonna understand it wasn't a Hail Mary. He rolled to his left. He rolled out to his left, and he set himself, and he just launched it. He launched it. He had to launch it so much he fell forward. But if you notice, he placed the ball only to where LeJontay Wester could catch it. That wasn't a Hail Mary. He threw a dart. Go look. That's what y'all got. Talking about he got average arm strength. No, it's above average. I'm telling you it is. He can flick that ball 60 yards. So that's it right there. And listen, I'm not his PR guy. Never met him. But I just don't like seeing good people this happen to good people. I don't like to see that. He's a good kid, and I don't like to see that happen. He didn't deserve what happened here. He didn't. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to play the hand that you're dealt now. So he has to play the hand that he's dealt. So he's okay with that. He's okay in Cleveland. That's where it is. Let me tell y'all something else. When he finally got drafted, he was so appreciative. That man started shouting, man. See, some of y'all don't know what that is. Because I've been in some of y'all churches. You know what I'm saying? I've been in some of y'all churches, man. Y'all don't know what shouting is. He was shouting, yo. That's what that was. Praising the Lord that he got drafted. That's what y'all saw. Now, I know some of you guys don't understand that. Because some of you ain't got no goddamn souls. Y'all don't understand that. But I'm telling you that's what happened. Okay? So that's what happened. And I hear the chatter on Twitter. You guys are, some of these people are hateful that you see on Twitter, but guess what? We're not even going to be concerned about that. So here we are. That's it right there. So that's your first Cleveland Browns update from this video, from this show. I'm gonna do another Cleveland Browns update later, and we're gonna talk about the prognosis if he was the starter. Because right now, as it looks right now, I talk about it now. I can already tell you what's gonna happen. Flacco is gonna be the starter. Um, I hope this don't happen, but if it's a situation to where you guys start out 0-3, 0-4, then a decision is going to have to be made. Do you go with the kid or not, or do you just stick with Flacco? I don't know. We'll see. We'll entertain that when it happens. I hope you guys don't start out like that. I hope you start out 4-0. Um, but I know the fans are going to be calling for him to come in because you never know. You need a spark. You never know. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm telling you, his mentality when this rubbed people the wrong way. But you remember when he said, "If you're looking to change the culture of winning, I'm your guy." That rubs some people the wrong way because let me explain. Every organization is not about winning. Did you know that? They're not all about winning. Some people think they are. They're not. Some owners like the prestige of just owning a team. That's good enough for them because they're going to get their money regardless. They're going to get their TV share money regardless. Okay, they are. You saw that collective bargaining agreement. You saw what the owners get every year. They get that regardless. And they felt like, who is he to come in and say that, change the culture? Yeah, that's what he want to do. He wants to win. He want to win. He don't want to sit up there and lose. He wants to win. So that's what it is. So I think he might be where he's supposed to be, man. That's that. It just worked out that way. He was thinking it was Cleveland too. Like early on, you guys didn't know that because you weren't following him. He had a Cleveland Browns hat. He had a New York Giants hat. He had a couple teams, New Orleans Saints, Steelers. He had a couple hats that he was rocking around. The Browns was one of them. So um, I believe, again, I don't care. I can't prove it, but I believe they wanted him to go undrafted as a free agent so they could pick him up that way. But it didn't work out. The Browns owner, as we know now, he intervened in that war room and said draft him. They didn't want to draft him. The coaches stuff, they didn't want to draft him, I don't think. But the coach is gonna quickly realize what type of player he is. He going if not, he gonna get fired. He's a hater then. But he gonna quickly realize that this kid is really a workhorse. And I don't know what time the Cleveland Browns supposed to report every day, but he gets there at 5 a.m. So I hope they there. I hope people he gonna start having people coming there early because he gets there early. That's how he was trained. Because Coach Prime, when he used to tell the kids, were if I get there, he said, if you follow me in the meeting room, you're late. If you follow me in, you're late, and you can't practice. You got to go home. So this is how he instilled it in him. So he's there early. He's gonna be there early. So and you know how the players are. They can't be showed up, so they're gonna start showing there early, working out. He'll have been on built up a full sweat before the first meeting. So you know the other players are gonna follow suit if they haven't done so already. And he's a fifth stringer. You can't have your fifth stringer coming in showing up before you. You just can't do that. So that culture, whatever it is, you guys are gonna start winning for sure. For sure. I'm looking for the Browns within the next few years to be on the map, for sure. He don't have to give a press conference. The owner doesn't have to give one. He really don't. He don't have to say anything. He drafted him. Like I honestly believe they wanted this kid to go undrafted as a free agent, but he intervened. He was like, "Nah, let's get him now." He's like, "Got him at a discount. Like, let's just might as well get him now." But yes, it's being reported that the coach and that other guy they didn't want him. They didn't want him, and they didn't want to draft him. That's why it was looking like a funeral when they drafted him. Because look, the owner spoke. He's like, "No, you drafted him. He owns the team, so they got to listen to him." Yes, it's Buff Nation slash Browns Nation. Oh yes, then we've got Browns Nation now too. Browns Nation. Yeah, I believe that's what I'm. That it's. I believe they wanted him to be an undrafted free agent. Then New York could just pick him up. But the Browns, he got him. So I know it's going to be some hate towards the Browns now. Like, damn, why did y'all draft him? Because he's not going to get rid of him. So what can they do now? Nothing. What can Dallas do? Nothing. What could Jerry Jones do? Look, no, he's not going undrafted. Look, I got him. So now the rumor is that the owner has some trading ability. Like he could pick up some more players for a rookie or whatever he decides to do. But being that the business is looking like, he's selling all these jerseys and stuff like that, I think it's a good business to keep him in Cleveland. So I think the whole trajectory of Shedeur's path has changed just because he got drafted, I think. Well, Jerry Jones couldn't draft him in the first round. I mean, he signed Dak Prescott to all that money. He's married to Dak Prescott. He really can't. He can't get rid of. I mean, he's going to take a huge hit if he gets rid of Dak Prescott. He's going to be on the hook for millions of dollars for the next like 3 to 4 years. He can't do that. So he already has a quarter. I'm not talking about the teams that have a quarterback. It don't make no sense for them to draft him because they got quarterbacks. And now the Jets, like I said, the Jets has a quarterback, right? But I'm not sold on him. We're gonna have to see. Maybe he's gonna have a breakout year this year, but I'm not sold on the kid. I'm not. But he may have a breakout year. You gotta give people a chance. He is putting the work in. He's working with the receivers. So, but I think he was really putting that work. He thought Shedeur was coming in. I really did, because he is putting in the work. He definitely is. But that's all Shedeur does is work. That's it. and he's gonna wait for his opportunity. But he gotta be ready though. The opportunity can come fast. But yeah, Flacco is older, but it depends on if he's ready. He's ready. The age don't matter. Tom Brady proved that age doesn't matter. If you take care of your body, you good to go. You good to go. But yeah, he's good. He's good with the Browns. He's just good right where he is now. You know, the pressure is off from him. He don't have to be the starter right away. He can just learn under the veteran. So he's good where he's at. But I know other teams like, damn, the Browns drafted him. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all really did that? Yeah, it's over with. Um, Now they already talking about next year's draft. You know, the Arch Manning draft and Caleb Downs. Is this Caleb Downs next year? If Arch Manning come out, is him and Caleb Downs 1 and 2, and Caden Proctor from Alabama, and the kid from Texas. The other kid from Texas, and it's another kid from Ohio State. So they should be 1 through 5, and they have a kid at Michigan too, offensive lineman. So and Notre Dame. So it's gonna be like that next year. But as of right now, it's over with. So everybody move on. It's over. He got they did what they did, and he ended up getting drafted anyway. So that's how it worked out. Yeah, from Clemson, right? Yeah, he's coming out next year too. Yeah, Arch is going the first round for sure. He is. He's for sure going the first round. Shedeur was for sure going the first round too, but you know how it is. Now Arch Manning, that kid is fast. I didn't realize how fast he's fast, man. He's damn near Lamar Jackson fast. Go look at the tape, yo. I'm like, what the fuck? He on steroids? But he got some wheels on him, man. He do. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know where people say QBs go to Cleveland for early burial. No, not this case. Flacco did good. Flacco didn't go for early burial. He won some games for them. Nah, he's good. You know what I'm saying? What's his name got hurt though. He got the Achilles. He got hurt. But I heard their offensive line is pretty good. So I'm gonna be looking into that. I guarantee you if Arch had came out this year, he wouldn't have went to no Browns because his grandfather would have intervened. He wouldn't have went to the Browns. He would have told them, y'all not drafting him. If you do draft him, you better trade him. That's what would have happened. And they was like, okay, Mr. Manning, we're gonna make sure we trade him. Yeah, make sure you do that. Yeah, make sure you do that, man. Make sure he go to the Giants. Because he would have tried to get him to go to the Giants. Like, make sure he go to New York. Okay. I don't care who got the first pick. I don't care if it's Tennessee. Make sure he go to the Giants, man. That's how they did the last draft with Eli. It should be a membership button there. I'm not sure. I think some people say you can't really see it on your phone. You got to see it on the desktop, I think. But yeah, we're gonna be consistent over here throughout the season. Regardless of who the starter is, we getting behind whoever the starter is. If Flacco's the starter, we going behind Flacco. That's just what it is. And he should do pretty good for y'all this year. I know he's older, but I mean, he's not retiring. He ready to go. So Flacco is good. That's not. I know they say that's where quarterbacks go to die. Flacco's good though. He did good. He won some games for y'all. You know. You said so. What was the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award if he don't have no good arm? Yeah, he won a Johnny Unitas Award. Well, the reason for that is just to give you the reason. If you look at his stats from his freshman year all the way up to his senior year, he was on the incline, and he threw for so many yards. He threw for 4,000 yards. That's why he won. He won the Johnny Unitas Arm Award because he threw for over 4,000 yards. That's why. And his completion percentage was at 70%. So that's why he won that award. His numbers were really high. His numbers were the highest in the draft for all quarterbacks. Well, there are values for coach. See, coaches got it bad though. Actually, see, coaches. You said, why is there always value seekers when it comes to players, but not coaches? I would love to see coaches work for pennies on a dollar. Know your work. Well, see, coaches got it bad though, especially in the NFL because it's all about winning. So a coach usually, if he have about three went losing seasons, he get fired. So coaches are on the hot seat. That's why coaches want to get it right when they draft quarterbacks and when they draft certain people. Yeah, hit the coach on the hot seat. It's not easy being a coach. Well, the receivers already looked at his tape because he knows something. He grew up with a lot of receivers. Some of the receivers around the league, they played in the league. They played in the little league together. Just like some of your main players in the league right now, they played in Snoop Dogg's league. Do y'all know that? Snoop Dogg had a little league, and a lot of your main players in the league now they played in that little league. That's crazy, ain't it? What's his name from the Texans, the quarterback? He played in it as a kid. So all these kids know each other. They pretty do. They pretty much do. They all know each other. They've been to the camps and stuff like that. Shedeur was being recruited by Alabama, so Nick Saban know him. Um, he didn't go. Obviously, he didn't go to Alabama. He was recruited by Oregon. He didn't go to Oregon though. He chose to go to Jackson State. Um, but yeah, he chose to go play with his father. So, but yeah, he was being recruited out of high school by all these people, but he was set to go to Florida, a school in Florida, before he went to Jackson State. That's where he was set to go, but the rest was history. Yeah, the well off me the Baylor game, the final throw of the game. Yeah, the Baylor game. Yeah, C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud played in Snoop's Little League, and it's not just C.J. Stroud. It's a lot of the top players in NFL now. They played the ones that's from California. They played in the Little League, whether they offensive linemen, all of them. It's crazy, man, how time has flown now, right? They all grown now. It's crazy. Yeah, Flacco is a 19-year veteran. He played with Ray Lewis, man. He's been established. So he won games for Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to prove anything. The Cleveland know what they got. He don't have to prove anything. He just playing for the love of the game now. Just decide whenever he decide he gonna retire and call it quits. But he did a lot for the quarterback in Baltimore though. Because remember the quarterback in Baltimore didn't start right away. He was learning under Flacco. So Joe Flacco. Yeah, the Jackson State celebration throw to Travis. And if you look at it, he placed the ball only to where Travis could get it. And everybody in the stadium knew he was throwing it to Travis, so the defense should have known that. Actually, the defense didn't know that. They doubled Travis. But Shedeur threw it to his left shoulder, perfectly, and he caught it. Because he already knew where Travis already knew where that ball was going, so that's the only way he could catch it. Because they doubled him. And the rest was his, even though they went on to lose the game, but it was still a hell of a throw though. And It's crazy how much time has flown by. I remember when Travis first got to Jackson State. And I remember when Bucky showed it when they were in the Jacksonville Stadium. Travis was looking around Jacksonville like, I would love to play here. And guess what? Now he's there. It's crazy, right? He's a Florida guy anyway. He's back home. Well, I mean, he probably known Shedeur since they were kids. So everybody know what everybody could do, you know? Everybody know of each other. You know what I'm saying? So just a matter of time, you got to play the cards you're dealt. Sometime in life, you just got to play the cards you dealt. That's it. You got to play the cards you dealt and work with the cards you got. Don't worry about nobody else. Worry about what you're doing because you're good enough. You just got to believe that you're good enough. You may not have a silver spoon, but you got something to bring to the table. Everybody does. Just like now, look at all the vloggers from Cleveland Browns, how much they benefit. I'm happy for him though, because that guy, you could see the upbeatness in his voice. You could see it. Like, damn, I'm getting all these views. Yeah, you work for it. You work for it. All that time you putting in grind. You only had 1,000 subscribers. It don't matter with the subscribers because he got 100,000 views and had 1,000 subscribers, man. It just happens at the right time sometimes. But Shedeur's name is crazy. All y'all gotta do is keep putting his name in the title. Keep doing it. Because that's just what his name is. People are watching for the news. And then he got other people that know him now, just from Prime and stuff like that. So yeah, man, and just to the people wherever Travis is, just to let y'all know, wherever Travis is, the Jacksonville, I gotta go look at the Jacksonville vloggers. I know their views went up. I know it did. These guys, they got a very good understanding of social media. Because remember, all the kids that were drafted now, they don't remember life without the internet. Everybody that was drafted this year, they don't know life without the internet. None of them. Ain't that something? Even the last year's draft, they don't know what life is without social media. So you have to move in a different direction with them. These young men move differently. Everything's on social media. Okay, everything's on social media. That's how they do it. So Shedeur, man, he's not. You know how they say he's arrogant. No, man, you guys that know he purchased a player furniture, man. He furnished a player's whole house, and nobody knew about it, but he did, and the player wound up transferring anyway. But he you know how he got the cars and stuff. He was talking about his cars. He let a player drive his fancy cars. Here, you could take the car, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the kid don't have a car, so he's like, yeah, you could drive this car. Or Shiloh lets him borrow the car. You can see it on Well Off Media. It's the offensive lineman, the one that's from Egypt. That he always be asking Shiloh, can he have his car? That's why he do that. Let me have your car, Shiloh. Let me have your car. That's the one that let him hold the car and stuff. He's not hated in that locker room because they showed a video at Jackson State of the players looking at him. They trying to say that people at Jackson State didn't really like him. Now that's not the case. Now, are you liked by everybody? The answer is no. You're not going to be liked by everybody. But they're reaching on that one, just to let you know that was a reach. It's just I know the whole history of it, so I can sit here and talk about it. That was a reach. You just saw that he does it all the time. He's gonna do it in Cleveland. I don't know how he does. I don't know how he do that. He's like some kind of savant or something when it comes to football. He just really see football doesn't define him. He's just really good at it. You know what I'm saying? He got other things he want to do. He want to do stuff in the community and stuff like that. And he's gonna use football as a tool. He's just really good at football. But yeah, he throws in the trash can. It's crazy how he does that. I've seen other quarterbacks do it too. But you know how hard that is to do on one try? It's kind of hard to do. It's almost some Steph. He's like some Steph Curry type shit, but football. Cam Ward does the same thing. He can do it too. I've seen him do it. Yeah, them two are the same. We used to call them twins because they're essentially the same quarterback, and they have the same. If y'all don't know, for the Cleveland Browns fans, they have the same quarterback coach. They work out in the off season, and in fact, when Cam when Cam Ward got drafted, you know what they said to him? Like, who is the other best quarterback in the draft other than yourself? He said Shedeur. You should have saw that look on that guy's face. Like, why is you saying Shedeur? They good friends. Now, see, they showed the video of them going back and forth, and they try to use that against Shedeur. But him and Cam Ward always doing they like grumpy old men when they get together. They are. They just sit up there and rag on each other. They're like, yeah, well, yeah, my arm is better than yours. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up here throwing bubble screens. You know what I'm saying? He said, look what I did. He said, okay, well, look what I did. He said, yeah, okay. They always going back and forth with each other. That's just how they do when they work out together. And then Cam Ward say, damn, you drinking water already? Why y'all need water so ready? Well, already. We just started. You know, they do that. But the media was trying to use that Shedeur wasn't prepared. No, they didn't show what Shedeur said to him. They always going back and forth. So you guys didn't know that. But here's what I want you to do. Just go to YouTube and type in Well Off Media. Okay, Well Off Media. Okay, you got that. And type in Reach the People Media. Reach the People Media. Okay, because some people listen, they don't know. Hold on, let me just write it. Well Off. Uh-oh. Well Off Media. Reach the People Media. Because you're going to see the behind the scenes with them. And then the pregame show. That's with Uncle Neely. Okay. So those are the three channels if you want to get the history. Because you got it. Because y'all going to be like, oh my God, yo, we were wrong about this kid. Yeah, you were. He's a good kid, yo. But like I said, when him and Cam Ward get together, they like brothers. Okay. They talk crap to each other. So Shedeur, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm doing this. But I'm like, damn, I be looking at him talking like, y'all the same damn quarterback. I mean, just pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Just pick one. They the same damn quarterback. But Cam, like, yeah, my arm is better. You know what I'm saying? He said, my arm better than yours. And then Shedeur throw a ball. He said, oh man, that ain't nothing. And then Shedeur like, hold up, watch this. He said, oh yeah, now you getting better now. Now you on my level. You know, that's how they talk to each other. But it's all love, though. It's all love. That's why you notice when you go to Well Off Media, you're gonna notice that. And also go to Cam Ward too. Type in Cam Ward if y'all want to get it. Because sometimes he be working out with Shedeur and he'll show it. So you just type in Cam Ward on YouTube. He got a YouTube as well. But you're gonna notice that they share a lot of video, a lot of Cam Ward footage. You know, Bucky will use it, stuff like that. Because it's all like they all commanding that. They all know what to do on social media. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna start to see a connection with him and Cam Ward, especially when they start working out. Well, right now they probably not gonna work out. You got rookie mini camp, but whenever they get some time, you'll see them working out together. They got the same quarterback coach, but yeah, they always go at it. But they tried to use that video where Shedeur was like, "Hey, let's do a song together." He said, "No, I want to be known as football." He was just talking crap to him. That's all. It wasn't nothing. And then you remember when Cam Ward sat out halftime, after halftime at the bowl game, Cam Ward sat out. So Shedeur got him back. He said, okay, you saying I need some water. Okay, but yeah, you sat out during the bowl game. I played my whole bowl game. So what you saying? So they going back and forth with each other. It's all love though. So yeah, there's a lot more. But like I said, if you go to Well Off Media, Reach the People Media, in the pregame show, you're going to start to see the behind the scenes on what this kid really is. You'll see it. And you know how they say, okay, he's arrogant, right? So I know somebody, it's like 6 degrees of separation. So there was a limo driver that picked him up in New York City. Remember he was throwing the ball to Malik Neighbors? Well, it was a limo driver that noticed how he was treating them. He said, you know, I'm a limo driver. He don't have to talk to me, whatever. He kept saying, yes, sir, no, sir, to him. How you doing, sir? He said he recognized him as sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Have a good day, sir. Thank you for taking us around, sir. The reason why he do that, because Coach Prime, he tell the people, he tell his kids that, you know, the football team, you address people as yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, no, sir. That's how he structures it. So and the guy noticed that. He was like, damn, he was very respectful to me. He didn't have to be, but that's just how he is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was a sad situation how he was getting treated, man. Everybody was sad about it because they know he's a good kid. Like, what happened? You know? So, is he sure of himself? Yes, he is. So that ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? He gonna keep saying legendary, but that's his brand. He has a clothing legendary, I believe, clothing brand. So he turned it into a brand, and also at Nike, I think they're doing something with that legendary thing too. So that's why he keeps, that's his brand or whatever. And the whole watch thing, that's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? He scored a touchdown. You gonna see the watch action. But he cracked me up. It was one game, yo. I never forget it. He was getting the I forget what game it was. The crowd was giving him the business the whole game. They were throwing stuff on the field. The whole field looked raggedy after he was done. They were throwing all types of stuff on the field. Gatorade bottles, um, uh, cookies. They threw everything on the damn field, yo. In fact, Coach Prom had to tell the refs, like, damn, they throwing, we knew they were going to do this, but they throwing everything on the damn field. So after the game, I don't know where he got his watch from, yo. I don't know. I think Bucky had it or something. Next thing you know, he putting on his watch, and he went over to the student area and just showed him the watch. Yo, that was hilarious. Because he won the game, just showed him the watch. And they just started throwing everything and their mother at him. That was hilarious. They were calling him all kind of names. They had this little ritual with him and his dad walk before the game. They were calling him all chanting all kind of names. And they had the nerve to win that game. And I don't know, I'm like, guys, where did he get his watch from? Next thing you know, he putting on the watch and then went over there and then just let him have it. Here, look at the watch real quick. That was hilarious. So yeah, but that's it. I'll be back with some more history to get the Cleveland Browns up to speed on what they got here, because y'all don't know, because y'all wasn't following them. He's just a regular kid, man. That just happened to be good at football. That's just what it is. Play video games, stuff like that. Go at it with Travis. You know how they do. Just how him and Cam Ward go at him and Travis go at it. But it's all love, So, but yeah, they're good kids. Travis a good kid too. Travis, he really don't do nothing. All he do is sit up there, play video games in onesies. What kind of football? He wear onesies, man, and a monster on the damn field. Okay, never forget. Hold on one sec. Yeah, had on this light powder blue one. I said this dude just was a monster on the field and put on a onesie, playing video games. That's their kids at heart. You know what I'm saying? So Jacksonville got one over there, man. They sure do. But he don't do nothing. Yeah, it was the Texas Tech game, I believe. Yo, they gave it to him, yo. They would let Shedeur have it, letting him have it. They were throwing all types of stuff on the field. It was a mess. That field that field was raggedy afterwards. In fact, they had to tell the coach, the opposing coach had to tell the team, like, stop throwing stuff on the field. I mean, the fans stopped throwing stuff on the field, but they kept doing it. Yeah, Travis loves to fish. He said he just can't wait to get his boat shipped down there and start fishing. That's all he do. He fish, he play video games, and be in that playbook and work out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all he do. And Shedeur, he's just a regular kid too. He play video games. He's more serious. He's more serious out of everybody. That's why they call him grown. He's like a serious person. You know what I'm saying? He's very serious about his craft. You know what I'm saying? But he relaxed. You know what I'm saying? He don't be hanging in clubs like that. Well, he'll go on vacation. That's about it. But he don't be in the clubs like that. He's not a rapper like you. They were trying to say he's want to be like a rapper type. No, he's not like that. Coach Prime will make sure he don't get in trouble. Trust me, Coach Prime they were watching. He was watching his boys. Shiloh don't do nothing either. Shiloh is more of like the private person. You don't really know what he's doing. But now he got a video. He got a video person now that follow him around. So you're gonna start to see him too. But other than that, that's all he do, man. Just work out, man, and figure out how he can win. That's it. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I will be back again. If I see some misinformation, I will be back, and it'll probably be soon. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one and enjoy your day. Peace.